Have you ever been in a conversation in English and felt stuck? You know what you want to say in your head, but the words that come out sound a bit like a textbook. You want to sound natural, confident, and polite, but you keep using the same basic phrases over and over. What if I told you that mastering just a handful of key sentences could completely transform how you interact with native speakers? Stick around, because today we're unlocking the essential phrases that will make you sound more fluent in every single situation. Hello and welcome! Today we are going to learn 70 essential English sentences that you can use in real everyday conversations. These aren't just random phrases. These are the sentences you'll hear and use at home, at work, while shopping, and when meeting new people. We'll go through them in different situations, explaining not just what they mean, but how and when to use them to sound polite, confident, and connected. Part 1. Social openers and everyday greetings. Let's start with those crucial first moments of any conversation. Greetings and social openers. Small world, isn't it? This fantastic phrase means it's surprising that we ran into each other in such an unexpected place. You use this when you see someone you know somewhere you wouldn't expect to, like bumping into a former colleague at an airport abroad, or meeting someone at a cafe who turns out to know your cousin. It comes with a smile and creates an instant connection over the shared coincidence, making the world feel a little smaller. What have you been up to lately? This simply means, what's new in your life? It's a warmer, more personal version of, how are you? And it invites the other person to share actual updates beyond a simple, I'm fine. You'd use this with someone you haven't seen in a few weeks or months, like an old classmate or a friend you lost touch with. It's a great way to open the door to a deeper conversation. It's been ages. This one is great because it expresses both surprise and a little bit of warmth. You might say it with a laugh, especially if you feel a tiny bit guilty for not reaching out sooner. It works perfectly when reconnecting with an old friend or someone from a previous job. It's casual, familiar, and full of friendly nostalgia. You're looking well. This is a safe and polite compliment that means you look healthy and happy. It's more mature than saying you look great because it doesn't focus on someone's weight, clothes, or appearance in a shallow way. It's a wonderful, respectful thing to say to someone you haven't seen in a while, showing that you're genuinely pleased to see them looking good. How's everything on your end? This phrase asks, how are things in your life or at your work these days? You'll often hear this in professional or semi-formal conversations, especially in emails or on virtual calls. It's ideal when you're trying to keep communication warm but respectful with a colleague, mentor, or client. Can't complain, really. This means I'm doing fine. Not amazing, but there's nothing bad to report. It's a humble, low-key way to say you're okay. People say this to avoid sounding overly negative or overly positive. It implies that life is stable, even if a little boring, and it's a very common, relatable response. Been keeping busy? This is a polite and casual question that means, have you been doing a lot lately? It's a great, non-invasive question when you're not sure what the other person has been doing. It's perfect for conversations with coworkers, neighbors, or acquaintances because it acknowledges their time without pressing for too many details. Nice catching up. This phrase means it was great talking to you and reconnecting. You can say this as a closing remark after a short reunion or conversation, maybe after coffee with a friend you haven't seen in a while, or a quick chat at the supermarket. It's warm, appreciative, and signals that you enjoyed the interaction. Drop me a message sometime. This means feel free to text or call me. I'd like to hear from you. This is a casual and friendly way to end a conversation while leaving the ball in the other person's court. It's great after a reunion where you want to stay in touch but aren't making definite plans right at that moment. Part 2. Shopping and services. Okay, now let's move into sentences you'll need when you're out and about dealing with shopping and services. Could you tell me more about this one? This simply means, can you give me more details about this item? It's a polite and curious way to engage a salesperson. Imagine you're in a tech store looking at two different headphones. Instead of just saying, "What is this?" asking, "Could you tell me more about this one?" makes you sound thoughtful and open to discussion. Is there a warranty included? This is a crucial question that asks, does this come with a guarantee in case it breaks? It's essential when buying electronics, home appliances, or anything expensive. You're making sure the seller takes responsibility if something goes wrong. Do you offer any discounts?
This means, can I get this for a lower price? It's a tactful way to bring up money without sounding cheap. Whether there's a sale or you're buying multiple items, it never hurts to ask politely. Can I try this on? A must-know phrase for clothes shopping. It means, may I wear this to see if it fits? You'd say it before heading to a fitting room. It's simple, direct, and universally understood. That's a bib outside my budget. This is a softer, more polite way to say, that's too expensive, or that's more than I can afford. It gives the seller a chance to offer alternatives or a better price without creating an awkward moment. Let me think about it. When you're not ready to decide right now, this phrase buys you time. You're essentially saying no for now without shutting the door completely. It's a polite way to exit a sales situation when you feel pressured. I'll come back for it later. This means I might return to buy this. You may or may not actually return, and that's okay. This phrase lets you walk away without awkwardness. It's great when you're just browsing or are still unsure. Do you have this in a different color? You can use this if you like an item, but not the specific color or design. It's common in clothing, shoes, or even electronic stores. Often shops have more options in stock or online. Can I return this if it doesn't fit? This question asks, is it possible to bring this back if it's not the right size? Always ask this before buying clothes or shoes, especially if you're unsure. Return policies vary, and it's a responsible question that sellers respect.
I think I'll leave it, thanks. This is a graceful way to say no, meaning I've decided not to buy it. It's short, polite, and make sure no one feels awkward whether you're in a market, boutique, or a high-end store. Part 3. Cafes and restaurants. Now let's explore some key phrases for a smooth and enjoyable dining experience. Could we get a table by the window if possible? This polite request means, can we sit near the window? It shows preference without being demanding and is a great way to ask for a specific seat. I'll have the grilled salmon, please. This means, I'd like to order the grilled salmon. This is the standard and natural way to order food. You can swap in anything. I'll have the pasta, or I'll have a cappuccino. It's used in both casual and formal dining settings. Would you mind giving us a few more minutes? This is a gentle way to say, we're not ready to order yet. It's perfect for when you need more time to look at the menu without feeling rushed. Could we get this to go? This means, can we take this food with us? It's the perfect phrase when you've eaten part of a meal and want to take the rest home. Excuse me, I think this isn't what I ordered. Use this calmly and respectfully when your food arrives and it's not what you asked for. It politely points out that there's a mistake with your order so it can be corrected. Is service included? A very smart question. This means, does the bill include the tip? This is especially important when traveling, particularly in Europe, where some restaurants automatically include a service charge. Asking this ensures you don't tip twice or skip it accidentally. Could I see the wine list, please? This is a simple and polite way to ask for the menu for wines. I have a food allergy. Does this contain nuts? This sentence is critical if you have allergies or dietary restrictions. You can substitute nuts with gluten, dairy, or shellfish. Restaurants need to take this seriously, and they will. Everything was fantastic. Thank you. This means I really enjoyed the food and experience. It's a lovely way to express gratitude to the staff or chef, especially after a good meal.
can we get separate checks? This means, can we pay individually? This is very common when eating out with friends or coworkers and makes paying much easier for everyone. Part 4. Workplace and professional settings. Communicating effectively at work is key. You'll find that many people are looking for ways to speak English like a native in a professional context, and these phrases will help. Let's touch base later this week. This classic office phrase means, let's have a quick chat or follow-up soon. You'd use it to suggest reconnecting for updates. It's informal but professional and implies, let's not forget to check in. Could you clarify what you meant by that? This means, can you explain that idea more clearly? It helps you stay engaged in meetings or emails without sounding confrontational. It shows you're listening and want to fully understand.
Just to double check, we're meeting at 2, right? This means, I want to confirm the time of our meeting. It's very common in business communication to confirm details to avoid any misunderstandings. I'm afraid I won't be able to make it. This means, I can't attend. This phrase is formal but kind. You're expressing regret, not just absence, which is a polite way to decline an invitation to a meeting or event. Would it be possible to reschedule? Following up on the last point, this is a respectful way to suggest moving a meeting or appointment when you can't make the original time. It means, can we change the time? Let me loop you in on this email. This means, I'm adding you to the email thread so you're informed. This is used when you want someone to be aware of an ongoing conversation without necessarily needing their direct input. That's a great point. I hadn't thought of it that way. This is incredibly useful in meetings. It means, I agree, and your perspective is new to me. Saying this shows humility and open-mindedness. You're validating someone else's contribution and inviting further discussion. Let's table that for now. This professional phrase means, let's pause the topic and maybe return to it later. It's a polite way to move a meeting forward when a discussion is going off topic or isn't productive at the moment. I'm happy to take the lead on this, meaning I'll be responsible for this project or task. Saying this shows initiative and confidence. It positions you as proactive and reliable in a team setting. Let me get back to you on that. This means, I don't know right now, but I'll find out and tell you. This is much better than guessing or giving a wrong answer. It keeps the conversation moving while buying you time to gather more information. And that brings us to the end of today's real, natural English sentences that will help you sound polite, confident, and connected in all kinds of situations. We've covered everything from greetings to workplace conversations. I know many channels offer lists of 50 common English phrases, but the key is to truly understand the context behind them. Practice these sentences, try to use them when you speak, and most importantly, stay curious. If you found this lesson helpful and want to continue improving your conversational skills, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to English Glow for more lessons just like this. Catch you in the next one.